I am Dr. Ray Dykes, and this is the Personal Faith Program, a series of podcasts on personal faith with a passion, how to know what you really believe. I remind you that the book on which this series is based is Personal Faith with a Passion. It's available at parodocspress.com, P-A-I-R-O-D-O-C-S press.com. $10. You can put it on your credit card. There are workbook pages in here that are helpful as you go through these podcasts to write down your responses and answers to the various questions. This podcast is an epilogue. Part of it is an epilogue entitled, "What Do You Believe So Passionately That You Would Give Up Everything You Own for It Right Now?" Passion is the key word. Unless you're passionate about your faith, it doesn't mean much to you or anybody else. The main reason why American Christianity is growing more and more anemic in the 21st century is that most American Christians have secondhand faith and don't know what they personally believe. The second reason for this anemia is the lack of passion about a faith they didn't work to construct. It's hard to get excited about somebody else's faith. Passion about your faith should not lead you to be spiritually arrogant, but spiritually humble. Passion is what makes you act on your faith. Passion is what brings integrity to faith. Passion makes your spiritual house of faith alive, a great place to live, and a warm, inviting place for guests to come with their straw to give and gather straw to take away with them. Passion also makes your house of faith a good base from which to go out into the world to tell and show and do your faith. Christianity was born in Jerusalem and Rome and Alexandria and Antioch and Ephesus, cities where early Jesus followers had to decide what they believed so passionately that they would give up everything they owned for it right then, because many of them lost everything they owned. Indeed, many of them lost their lives at the hands of the Romans for what they believed. But it was the strength and depth of their faith, demonstrating their passion, that caused others to want to develop a faith that made that much difference in their lives. Fear and guilt and a hope for a better existence in the next life have been the primary motivators of Christianity since the early days. Love should be the great motivator of Christianity. In the process of building your spiritual house of faith, your love for yourself and those around you and your love for the God of your understanding should grow. That's where the passion should come from. Love. On the last day of your physical life on this planet, what will count as most important will be how much love and how much resulting joy you experienced in your days. Let the passion flow. And now a postscript. What do you need? Why do you need to spend your time and energy building personal faith with a passion? Number one, when you know what you believe, then you can know who you are. Then you can love yourself. Then you can love others. Then you can love God as you understand God. Then you can live life as intended by God. Number two, the better you know what you believe, the better you know who you are. You need self-understanding, a healthy self-concept, a positive identity, and your faith is the key to all that. Number three, when your conscious faith has integrity with the way you live your life, you have meaning and purpose in your life. That's important. Number four, with a carefully constructed spiritual house, you can handle the crises of life and grow in them. Number five, in the process of building your personal faith, you learn the true, profound meaning of freedom and responsibility. When you know that you have the freedom to build and rebuild your own house of faith, you know you must give others the same freedom. When you build your personal faith, you know that it is your responsibility to work out your salvation with fear and trembling in partnership with God, one day at a time. Number 6, When you experience the difficulty of building your own spiritual house, you learn the real meaning of humility, and you cannot be theologically arrogant toward another pilgrim. At issue is your identity, your effectiveness as a human being, your ability to establish covenant relationships, your ability to cope with the best and worst of life, your knowing the meaning and purpose of your life, your freedom and responsibility, and your ability to walk humbly with your God as you understand God, and your family and your friends. In short, your spiritual life is at issue. There's nothing more important than your spiritual life. Building your personal faith is the most important thing you will ever do. That makes this task worth doing. Now, if and when you grow weary of building your personal faith, come back and watch this podcast again and get the answers to this question. Thank you very much. See you later.